It's just your big toe. How important can it be? Well, if you can't move it, you're not going to be able to walk properly. And you definitely won't be able to get into a good position to accelerate forwards. And its strength has been correlated with things like change of direction, jumping, and even acceleration ability. And experts say you should have at least 45 degrees of big toe extension, meaning how far you can lift your big toe off the ground without the ball of your foot coming up. But along with that, you also want to have the ability to use your short flexors. That means as your big toe is extended up, you want to be able to bend at this big toe joint without having to bring your toes all the way back down. Your gait pattern was meant to roll from your heel to the outside of your foot and then up and through and pushing through your big toe. But if you can't bend your big toe, your eyes are going to roll through and then just roll to the outside, which pushes you out instead of forward, and then you're going to have to compensate to get your body to come back in that forward plane. Or you're going to roll through and you're going to bring your big toe in and you're going to roll on the inside of your big toe, which is how a lot of people get things like hammer toes and toes that are all the way in and bunions on the side of their toes. And being able to extend your toe up and flex it at that knuckle is part of something called the windlass mechanism. And what it basically means is that as you lift that big toe up, it's going to use the plantar fascia to tension the bottom of your foot, creating the stiffness and the actual arch height that you need to be able to run fast or jump high, and generally just have a good base to move off of. In order to work on this, you can start by just moving your toe up and down and bending it manually. You can also work on lengthening by sitting on your toes, and the farther you bring your knees forward, the more you're going to feel that stretch in the bottom of your foot. You also want to spend some time just practicing, getting the toes up, getting them to bend. Even if they're not moving much, just trying to get that neurological connection and practicing to get them up is going to help. It took me months and months of trying all the time, every day, to get this left one to go again after having years and years of ankle problems. And finally, one of my favorite things that you can do for this is actually isometric pushes. So you're going to find something that can't move, like this pole of the power rack, and you're going to set up at about the end range of where you can go into toe extension without your big toe coming off the ground. You're going to get into this position, and you're going to think about pushing as hard as you can straight forward through that big toe. So you might be here, you might be here, you could even be here, but you're thinking about pushing and driving that big toe into the ground. Doing that for 30 seconds at a time for 3 or 4 sets with some rest in between is really, really good. We've seen that isometrics are actually the best thing for remodeling connective tissue. Plyometrics are too fast, but these long durations of really, really maximal intent pushes for things like patellar tendinopathy and other remodeling of tendons and connective tissue are probably the best way to do it. So that's one of the reasons I like these isometric pushes. So if you want to learn more about the foot and the toes and how they play into being a faster athlete, you can check out my Soccer Speed System free ebook down below. And if you want the full program to go along with it, to take your feet and the rest of your body from something that's limiting your speed and keeping you slow to being fast and having that kind of game-breaking speed, programs will be linked down below. So hope this helps. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did enjoy it. See you guys next time.